everybody, I hope that you're well. My name is Christianne and welcome to my channel Backpacking Bananas. We have just been on a dive retreat for the past 12 days with some of the most awesome people. We went to Bangkok, we went to Koh Tao where a lot of our guests learned to dive or were just fun diving or getting their advanced qualifications. We then went to Koh Bon and did the full moon party, and then we finished off that portion of the trip in Khao Sok National Park. It was so magical. Unfortunately, at that point we did say goodbye to about half of the group, but not all of the group, because the journey continues, ladies and gentlemen, and this dive retreat is now continuing in the Similan Islands. So we are going to be on a boat for the next 3 nights and 3 days. We're sleeping on this boat. We're going to be diving 3 to 4 times a day. So it's going to be pretty intense, but we're all super excited about it. So I thought I would start this vlog by giving you a little tour of the boat. Here's the front, here's our captain. This is the main area where we are having all of our meals and just generally hanging out. Just waiting for Karen.
I'm coming.
Karen's coming. So this is the top of the boat where, well, things are drying out right now. I'm revealing myself. I'm not actually filming this at the beginning of the trip, but don't tell anyone. This is our general hangout area where we can sunbathe. We can chill out in between the dives. We've got a Thai flag on the back of the boat because we are in Thailand. Obviously, we haven't changed countries, not yet. Let's go! And down here at the back of the bottom of the boat is where we have all of our diving tanks. It's really nice because these are just here the whole time, and the crew fill them up with air before every dive. We have our stuff in the same position every single time, so you don't have to do like the slog of like bringing things back, cleaning it every single time that you dive. So it's just the perfect setup, like a diver's dream. Bestie! The toilet's just here. Very exciting. Oh! Twins, which look like this. Oh no, someone I'm not going to do this again. People are changing. And then there's also this double configuration where Karen and I are sleeping, which is very nice. If you don't know, Karen and I are very used to sharing a double bed on a boat. And that is pretty much the tour of our entire boat. So this is where we are going to be sleeping for the next 3 nights. We're not going to be visiting land for the next 3 days. This quite literally is our home until we return back to Khao Lak, where this trip departed and is also going to be arriving back into. So without further ado, let's go explore the Similan Islands. Khao Lak is located on the west coast of Thailand, about 100 kilometers north of Phuket. It is the main gateway point to the Similan Islands. Shortly after arriving in Khao Lak, we got our equipment sorted and hopped straight into a giant jeep to take us to the ferry port, where we board our boat, where we will be spending the next 3 nights. We had an introduction from our lovely crew on the boat before it was time to head down and start sorting out our gear. Up our tank the night before so that we're all ready to go first thing in the morning, and now we're really testing because I feel like as a fun diver I very rarely have to do this myself. Often people do it for you, so I'm like, I hope I'm doing it correct, even though I'm a rescue diver. You wouldn't know.
All set up.
Are you all ready to go?
Yeah.
Are you excited for tomorrow?
Very.
Amazing.
You gotta smell it, taste it.
How's it taste?
I love it.
Amazing.
Yeah, the rubber part doesn't taste good, but this is right. I'm all set now. So you put the BCD on the tank, and then turn the air on, check the pressure, make sure that everything is working as it should be, make sure the BCD deflates, everything. Yeah.
I think I'm good. I turn it on and I had like over 200 bars. I breathed it, tasted alright. I think I did okay. We'll find out in the morning. Wait though. Welcome back, Karen!
How are you feeling for tomorrow, ladies?
Good. I hope my ears are okay though.
I heard my cold is gone.
I was having some troubles in Koh Bon, but it was kind of okay in Sail Rock. Good enough to see the whale shark. I think I forgot about everything when we saw the whale
Doesn't
shark.
matter if you see a whale shark. We forget about all the rules.
We're wishing for male sharks as well. We're wishing for whale sharks, and we're also what's manta ray?
Oh, that's manta ray.
Oh my God, I think it is.
We're all going to be like,
What is it? Come to the top of the boat to watch the sunrise with a coffee, and my eye is swollen once again. Good morning!
I have a fruit for my head. Give me a wave. After we finished that beautiful early morning dive in Koh Bon, we had a delicious breakfast waiting for us on board. So we've now been organised into group based on our air consumption time so that everyone's like kind of similar, hopefully. And we're now going to be briefed on our second dive. Koh Bon, that's where we are. Here's where we are right now. We're actually having a class. All of us are learning how to use nitrox. I haven't been in a classroom since 2015 when I did my open water. Actually, no, that's a lie. 2019 doing my rescue. Here we go. Nitrox with James. They would just be much longer.
Are you learning loads?
More than I ever thought.
Learning is hard, man. But this should be able to help us like dive longer and feel better when we're diving. You don't have to do nitrox on a liveaboard, but like you can. And I felt like it was time to learn. Okay, heading down to briefing number 3. We've just arrived at a new dive site. This is a new island to us. I actually don't know what it is. I'm about to go find out now. Where we're going. dive?
A little bit tough.
Yeah.
Tough current, but saw an octopus.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. We just finished dive number 3 and the current was strong. I think all of us went through our air like double as fast just because we were trying to kick so hard. But we saw an octopus! Woo, woo, woo. Yeah! Who's first octopus? You! Congrats on your first octopus! Bye guys!
Please don't say no. Enjoy the night dive.
Nice hair. You're looking at my cars the whole game. No, they're my good ones. Yeah, but, oh, wait, no, no, just go on, just take it. Come on, I dare you. Just take it. Evie's not watching. Evie's not watching, just take it. I'm one of those people that can never wrap their head around card games, so was doomed to fail at this before it even began. It's 6 a.m. Honestly, I feel like every day this liveaboard takes another piece of my lip, my burnt lip. Boat life, it really takes the most out of me. Hoping for another amazing day of diving. Yesterday was just incredible. Like, oh my goodness. We didn't like see anything huge, but the visibility, man, the visibility is so good, and just like all the massive schools of fish that you see are just absolutely incredible. So let's hope for another great day of that. This is what we've got on the schedule for today. So our dive 1 is the same as our dive 3 yesterday at the Dome in Koh Tachai. Then we are doing 3 dives in Richelieu Rock. This is not going to be my first time in Richelieu Rock. I was here a year ago. Good morning, Evie. Morning, Shannon. Good morning, Tanisha. Christianne. Good morning, Vicky. We've got quite a spot here. Hair's still going strong. That dive was nice. I'm very glad I went in. I was feeling nauseous before I went in, but there's no better way to get rid of nausea than to quite literally go in the ocean. So I do feel a little bit better. Still not 100%. The lip's still not great, but there was a lot less current down there today. Yesterday for our dive 3, we were there and there was so much current, so that's kind of what we were anticipating again, but it was a lot better. And again, visibility was amazing. And now it's time for some coffee and some brekkie. What have you got for breakfast, Karen?
I've got some pork and some chicken. There's some other veggie stuff, but you know.
Spicy.
No spicy.
Ah!
Spicy.
No.
When Thai people say it's not spicy, it's obviously going to be spicy.
Including us and DM2, totally I think maybe 9 or 10 Liveaboard.
Wow.
So the first mission is stay with the dive guide, stay with the group.
Oh, that was bloody beautiful. Like, just so many fish, so many schools of fish, everything. Well, we didn't see any like whale sharks and manta rays or anything, but like, you're so distracted with all the other fish, you're not even thinking, oh, might I see a whale shark? Amazing. We love Richelieu Rock. Not my first time, and will definitely not be my last because we got 2 more dives here today. Now, unfortunately, it seems I spoke much too soon on that statement. Shortly after recording that clip, I felt very tired and faint, so lay down on the top deck and gave the next dive a miss. So whilst most of the team were seeing one of the most spectacular underwater displays of this whole trip, a very different scene was happening on the top deck of the boat as my condition had taken quite a drastic turn for the worst. So I had to skip dive 3 today because I felt very faint and I fell asleep, and then all of a sudden I just vomited off the side of the boat, and then I was like, oh no, and then I was shivering, and then so obviously I didn't do the dive, and this kind lady who is also our chef has been looking after me for the past hour, giving me a full body massage. She filled up wine bottles and beer cans with hot water to warm me up. I've had essential oils, I've had feet, I've had cold compress, I've had hot compress. I'm living a dream. Recommend 10 out of 10.
Backpacking Bananas signing out for the last time.
Signing out for the last time. At least I just have a decompression sickness. They asked if I was itchy, I said no. That would be bad. That would be like, need to find a chamber. Don't. I don't think it's that. We think it might be sunstroke. In hindsight, we're pretty sure it was indeed a bad case of heat exhaustion, something which I've never ever had in my life before, and something which I'm now going to be very careful of in the future. I believe it must have been caused by lying in the sun on the top of the boat for just a bit too long in between dives 1 and 2 of the day. The wind would have made me not realise just how hot my body was getting. If I'm completely honest, I didn't even know what heat exhaustion or heat stroke was until this incident, and what I've realised through talking about it with people is that quite a lot of people don't know about it as well. It is not to be confused with sunburn. I was wearing Factor 50 sun cream and not an inch of my body was sunburned. Heat exhaustion is a less severe condition than heat stroke. It often comes before heat stroke, but not always. It happens when your body becomes fatigued from trying to cool itself down for extended periods of time. 2 of the biggest contributing factors to heat exhaustion, aside from high temperature, are high humidity and physical activity. The symptoms of heat exhaustion include muscle cramps, headache, nausea, fatigue, dizziness or confusion, excessive sweating with cold, clammy skin. And to treat heat exhaustion, you should find a spot in the shade or inside in the air conditioning. Lie down with your legs elevated above your head. Take a cool shower or immerse yourself in a cool bath. Drink small sips of room temperature or cool water. And consume drinks with electrolytes and foods such as bananas, cucumbers, watermelon, and salty snacks. Now, because I did not know at the time that I was suffering from heat exhaustion or even knew what that meant, I did not do a key thing on this list. My body was shivering, so I was asking to be helped to keep warm. I wrapped my body up in towels and hot water bottles. In hindsight, this was counterproductive as the shivering was my body trying to cool itself down, and I should have taken a cold shower and kept my body as cool as possible. I can't thank those enough around me at the time though. I was able to rest in the shade with the fresh air at the top of the boat. I was being fed sips of water by Karen and just completely laying flat and sleeping for the rest of the day. Needless to say, I unfortunately did not do the last dive of the day, but everyone else did, and it was another absolutely beautiful dive at Richelieu Rock.
I didn't check my hair first because she's gonna...
I have just slept for about 18 hours. I do feel better than yesterday, but I still feel a bit out of it because I haven't eaten anything in like 30 hours. But I'm gonna try and dive. It's the last day. We've got 3 more dives on the boat. I don't feel like I'm gonna throw up and I don't feel like I'm gonna pass out, so I'm gonna give this a go.
Punchy.
I didn't
You called in the wrong.
So, I'm diving with nitrox for the first time. I meant to do this yesterday, but I passed out instead. So today is going to be my first time diving with the nitrox. We went through the kind of certification things yesterday, and you have to analyze the tank for the oxygen levels. Ready?
I'm just recording stuff. It's not attached.
Not attached.
Yeah? Yeah. It doesn't work. All right. Ready?
In the back of the schoolyard, where we used to play hide and seek, you smiled hello, oh my God, and there was no need to speak. Always in the dark, and you can't cut us through. Always with a spark. I wish I could forget. We weren't about it from the start. Nostalgia is my second nature. My least favorite state of mind, but I go there all the time. All the time. Oh, how you worry me. I only miss it when it's gone. No, I ain't trying to forget. I just wait for my black swan. Always in the dark, you can't cut us through. Always with a smile. I wish I could forget. We weren't about it from the start. Nostalgia is my second nature. My least favorite state of mind, but I go there all the time. All the time. Oh, I go there all the time. All the time.
You guys, take your rigs off.
Good dive?
Yeah, I was freezing. But I saw a tiny little moray eel.
Yeah.
It was like this long.
So
This lady is an absolute dream. She is an angel.
Mom's taking care of all of us.
I know.
I want to take her home.
Goodbye, Brian.
devastated.
I know.
Absolutely exhausted.
Yeah.
I need to go home. I need to sleep for 3 days.
How has the trip gone for you?
Incredible. Couldn't have asked for a nicer bunch of people. Few hiccups along the way, but we got there in the end. I had an amazing time.
Yeah, you've been amazing. Thank you so much. Big up, Brian. We'll see him again next year.